So here's my thing with Beverley. Obviously, he's a cheap player. He takes some cheap shots. I'm not the biggest fan of him. If he's for free, let's talk about it. Same agent as Luka, Bill Duffy. We know the interest was I guess 2 summers ago at this point. 2019. Oh! Sorry, guys.
Bill Duffy, who was at Luka Doncic's press conference in Slovenia, and on that panel that you saw, that all the pictures that were tweeted out and everything. Like Bill Duffy, big deal for the Mavericks right now.
For sure. So there's obviously that relationship there. If Patrick Beverley, he goes to Memphis, he's on a $14 million expiring contract. So too big of a contract to go into the traded player exception. So it's not like if you're in the camp saying, hey, I want him in Dallas right now, which I would assume there's not a lot of people in that camp. But
for Patrick Beverley?
Yeah.
No, I think there would be. Not
really?
Rondo, but
there
are a couple people suggesting Rondo in my mentions today.
No. We're not even having that conversation.
So I think that there will be some for Beverley.
So here's my thing. I would not trade Dwight Powell for Beverley. I don't care about the $11 million next year. Give me Dwight Powell on this roster.
You don't think that Patrick Beverley would bring more to the table as a basketball player than what Dwight Powell would bring next year?
I would not trade Dwight Powell for Patrick Beverley. But if Beverley got bought
for what reasons? Just because of
like what reason would you? Because he can hit a 3.
He can hit a 3 and he can defend at least decently well. He may not be elite anymore, but he's at least decently well. And then all of a sudden you have this expiring contract of a guy that does 2 things that your team really needs, whereas Dwight does several things that the team doesn't need anymore, right?
I just feel like I don't know if I can consciously sit here and say that I would trade Dwight for Beverley.
You really wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do it, man. I'm that far. If I can say this one time, I'm that far out on Patrick Beverley, but if he's for free, let's talk about it. So like, that's how far down the road I am.
Would you trade Dwight Powell for Kelly Oubre?
Yeah.
This is so odd that we're on such opposite ends of the spectrum on this.
Wait, you think Patrick Beverley is more valuable than Kelly Oubre?
I think
Did you not just watch Kelly Oubre? I mean, Patrick Beverley look like a child at daycare in the playoffs
against Luka, but he wouldn't be playing against Luka if he was on Luka's team. And then
that's true. And he had a better series.
He looked better in the next series, so against the Jazz. And so I think that Patrick Beverley would be better. He would hit an open 3 and he would defend. Those are 2 things the Mavs need.
I'm not saying I'm 1,000% against him being a doubt. If he was for free, if he got bought out and they said, hey, Bill Duffy, Mavericks, he's interested coming on board to come off the bench, I would at least think about it. I wouldn't say I would be down at Victory Park buying a Pat Beverley jersey at the hangar, but I would at least think about it at that point. Just because I want somebody on this team that has the passion and all of that stuff, and he would bring that. And so I would like that side, even though it's been so annoying to play against and he takes cheap shots. But for free, I'm thinking about it. A trade, there's no contracts, no way the Mavericks could trade for him, and I would be happy.